For the first time ever, a woman will be the voice of a major league team.
NBC Sports California has named Jenny Cavnar the primary play-by-play announcer for the Oakland Athletics. Cavnar will call her first game for the A's when spring training kicks off. And this morning, we have Jenny here with us in studio. Good morning.
Hi, guys. Good morning.
First, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Has it kind of sunk in yet?
Yeah, it has. A lot of text messages. Just really overwhelmed by the response. Super humbled by it. And, you know, it's something that we've been working for a long time. I called the game for the first time in 2018 and have been doing backup play-by-play. And there's a couple other women in the industry that are doing it as well. And to get the lead job, I'm so grateful to NBC Sports California for the opportunity.
You've been in this business, what, for 20 years now or so? Does not look like you have been. Were there those moments where you just said, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is going to happen, if I'm going to be able to break through that ceiling?
Of course. I think when we all start out in broadcasting business, you have no idea where you want to go. You have a dream, you have an idea. And for me, that really was to be a sideline reporter. And that was the representation I saw on television of women, and specifically in the game of football. So I think 20 years ago to today, looking around and the sports landscape for broadcasting and seeing women in so many roles, not just on air, but behind the scenes, producers, directors, positions of power, hiring power. It's so important to know that, you know, the next generation of girls can dream to be anything.
Did you always know that baseball was like where your heart was, but you didn't see that representation?
Yeah, I never saw it on television represented. I think Jeannie Zalasko was maybe doing baseball on a national level, and that was really about it. So I grew up in a household where my dad was a longtime high school coach, and I knew nothing else but the baseball field. So when I got my first opportunity in '07 to be part of the broadcast team for the San Diego Padres, that was really that moment. Yeah, your hometown. That was really that moment that I thought, wow, I feel like I was made to do this. I've been in this game my whole life.
I mean, your dad was your baseball coach, and one of your children is named after Vin Scully. Is that right?
Yes.
So talk about that. I mean, this is in your blood. This is like, right?
It really is. My husband played minor league baseball. We met through Will Venable, who was a Padres player. He introduced us, set us up. Vin Scully has always just been, you know, so kind, had always been so kind to me. And I had this feeling when I was pregnant and found out I was having a boy that, you know, that would be a cool name to name him after, and got the chance to let Vin know when he was still alive, and he pinned a lovely letter to my son that is just going to be so special to hand off to him one day.
That's framed, I better.
Yes, it better be, yeah.
And it is a great name. Okay, let's talk about the new job. So play-by-play announcer, obviously you really got to know a team in and out, and you've just joined the organization. How are you preparing? How are you feeling? Is it nerves? Is it excitement?
Oh, I think it's everything, right? It's all wrapped into one, all these emotions that you're trying to enjoy and be in the moment, but you do have to look ahead, and there's a big season coming up, and so I'm excited to dive in. I'll go to spring training down in Arizona next week, and you know, in addition to all the preparation I'm doing going into that moment of this team, that's where it builds. It's the relationships that you make with the players. And I think that's why I love sports broadcasting. You get to be the voice of the player's story, and you get to share that with fans, and I hope to connect fans to their team a little bit more. It's a long season, 162 games, right? They need to keep coming back for something. So to be able to have that like personal connection to the players they love to watch is so important.
I'm sure you hear from so many girls who are inspired by you. What is your advice to those who are looking at you and want to follow in your footsteps?
Man, I am just blown away, especially when a dad comes up and tells me, I can't wait to share this with my daughter. I can't wait to watch a game with my daughter, because that's how I grew up, with my dad watching sports. But there are so many women to watch in our business right now. Susan Waldman's been doing it for decades for the New York Yankees on the radio, and Melanie Newman's doing it on radio for the Baltimore Orioles. Jessica Mendoza got in the booth. Like, I just think that there are going to be so many more opportunities for these girls, and it is really special to know that I'm part of that conversation of inspiring the next generation, and it just means so much to hear from them.
Oh, so cool. Jenny, congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be watching. We'll be listening. We're so excited for you.
Thank you guys so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app, or follow us on social media.